Hey guys, welcome back to Hello RC. This is Jason. Today I've got the Axial Gilamon out here at Crawler County for its 1 week review. And I also brought a little something extra out today that we'll be adding to this truck after today's run. And there it is. We got the second front axle and the 4-wheel steer links. So these will be going on the Gilamon and turning it into a 4-wheel steer monster. But back to today's run. Like I said, we've had this thing a little over a week and it has been an incredible rig so far. So we're going to go ahead and drive it around the course today, talk about what it can do and what we think about it. So let's get started. And here we go, Axial Gilamon. We're going to go ahead and try to climb this wall right here. This big old truck should be able to handle it, I think. It's running a Fusion SE in it now. What other upgrades have we done? Okay, and here we're going to use some ASD. Now this is probably the best feature of this truck, and it's one of the coolest features I've ever seen in an RC car. You know, after the preview videos, I wasn't sure about it. Is it just a gimmick? No, it is not just a gimmick. It is more useful than I could have ever possibly imagined, and I'm hoping that they bring this same new technology to some smaller scales, because it's just awesome. Only thing I haven't done to this truck thus far is change the steering servo. It is still stock. May do that when we go to the 4-wheel steer. I have noticed it doesn't turn to the right quite as sharp as it turns to the left. I'm not sure if it's the servo or the trim. I've kind of messed with the trim on the remote and it doesn't seem to help, but it could even be the position of the servo horn itself. I'll look into that when we go 4-wheel steer. The stock wheels and tires, I think we got rid of those after the first run, although they were not terrible out of the box. They had some decent grip on the rocks, but they were very lightweight. And now that we have these 224 gram brass ring injora 2.2s with the Mickey Tompsons, obviously it's much better. We are running our very own 3D printed inserts that are custom made for these Mickey Tompson 2.2s. So if you would like to purchase those, you can get a hold of us through our email in the channel description. They seem to perform pretty well in these tires. They really fill it up nicely. I know initially a lot of people said, oh, this is just more of the same. It's not very innovative. It's not very different. And I could not disagree more. This is its own experience in itself. 8 scale, yeah, after driving it for a week, I can definitely feel the scale difference, even though that the Bomber is pretty much the same size as this. But it drives a lot differently than your 10th scales that you're used to. Not as big of a difference as between the 10th scale and the SCX6, but still, it's pretty significant. And here's where we can just use a little ASD and pull that front end right on around here. That must worked. I got that front tire hooked over the outside edge of the bridge. That didn't help me any, but here we go. Straighten it up. Now we're good to go. Let's head over to Mount Miles and try some tougher lines. And here we go, heading over to Mount Miles. Just a really well planted, stable machine. I mean, it's totally impressive right out of the box, and it just keeps getting better every time you get it out and use it. Got that tire to hook, that tire to hook. Now right here, we're going to use ASD. I'm going to lock that left rear. We're going to bring the front right on around. Unlock the ASD. Now we're going to go right rear tire, ASD. And again, see if we can pull this front on up. And we have to unlock that. I'm in a bad spot here on the right side of the truck. Just squeeze through this little gap here. Still able to make it. Pretty impressive. Couple concerns that I do have about the truck. Where the links mount to the skid plate, the link ends are kind of exposed. They look like they're gonna wear pretty quickly there, and it looks like they could probably wear thin and maybe break, but it hasn't happened thus far. Just a concern point. Also, the rear links, they seem to, like they're in a position that they, when you're doing, oh, this isn't so much, the tires are taking the brunt of it, but when you're doing bumping to get up over obstacles, that they take some direct impact with some rocks. And I think you could possibly maybe bend a link. This will be getting the titanium links for the rear wheel steer, so that will probably help with that issue. I have went up this way. I never tried to go down this way. So let's see. Plenty of drag brake with the SE. And this thing just has so much reach. Now, right here, I think I'll be able to lock this rear tire and maybe help bring the front end around. All right, I'm gonna release it now. There we go. Oh, almost. Anyways, you get the idea of how that can help. Got a hook there. Should be able to get some pull. Yeah, I'm really happy with these tire inserts that we made for this. They seem to be about perfect. They've got very good lateral support, and then they seem to have just the right amount of conformity to grab onto rocks and get a good grip. Man, this thing can really just get over anything. I'm gonna drive this line a little different than I normally do. So I got all this reach and articulation. I'm gonna go ahead with the right side up on that rock. And they did that very easily. It's just very precise in its movements, especially when you're trying to navigate large chunks of rock and concrete like this. That is really what it excels at. And then the ASD just gives it a whole nother level of maneuverability. Let's see if I can grab onto this. Okay, one more crawl here. Try another untouched section. See if I can find a line to get through here. All right, now I think I'm gonna hit some ASD. Lock that rear tire. Unlock it. I think I want to get this tire up on that. Okay. I need that rear left to climb. All right, it's looking good. I'm gonna come around here to the other side. Not really anywhere to go. We're just gonna have to kind of drop it down and hope that we land on 4 wheels. All right, that piece of concrete right there would have had it. But that was a pretty good run today. And here's the links I was talking about earlier, how they're kind of exposed and they're getting a little bit of wear on them. But overall, not too many things with this truck that I'm unhappy about. This is an awesome platform from Axial, and one of my favorite RCs we've ever had. So if you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe. We'll be throwing that 4-wheel steer in here real soon, getting it back out to the course and just seeing how much better this thing can actually get, because it's absolutely incredible already. But we'll see you soon, and thanks for watching.